Hello and welcome to episode number 96 of WITM. It's Tuesday night, which means it's time for a 2-for-1 special. We have action for you on both SmackDown Live, featuring WITM's laughing evangelist Gerald, and also on 205 Live, featuring WITM's straight edge super vegan and Mr. Stamina, Andrew Spudstrong. And we're going to kick things off tonight with a huge match. Tonight in real life, Jeff Hardy invoked his rematch clause after losing the United States Championship to Shinsuke Nakamura at Extreme Rules. Tonight, Gerald will do the same. He's getting his rematch after Andrade Cien Almas defeated him for the United States Championship at Money in the Bank about a month ago. Gerald, of course, has struggled since losing that United States Championship, including a about 1 minute loss to Shinsuke Nakamura a few days ago at Extreme Rules. But Gerald can get right back on the right track and heading into SummerSlam if he can win back his United States Championship in this rematch tonight with Andrade Cien Almas, who of course will be accompanied by his manager, Zelina Vega. So we're kicking things off tonight with a bang. Will Gerald be able to regain the United States Championship? Or will Andrade Cien Almas remain United States Champion? Let's find out and get this huge match 1 of 2 tonight underway.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
Here we go, United States Championship match coming up.
And Cole, I don't remember a more highly anticipated United States Championship match than this one we've got coming up.
And allow me to add that this just might be one of the biggest title defenses we've seen in a very long time.
I don't disagree, Cole, and this is the exact kind of atmosphere where the champ excels most.
Introducing the challenger from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Gerald. Introducing the champion from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 277 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Adrian Chen, the Superstar.
Stay tuned.
There is the prize on the line. Last time these two men met at Money in the Bank, Gerald controlled most of the match, but Gerald was coming into the match with an injury. Almost hit Gerald with a huge signature maneuver, dumping Gerald's head on the apron and busting him open. That would be all it took for Almas to capture the United States Championship. Can Gerald get some payback in the form of winning back his United States Championship tonight? So far, it's the defending champion Almas coming out looking strong with a fury of strikes.
He finally got it, guys.
Almas getting fired up early on, getting off to a great start. Already with a finisher.
That should do it. Boy, there's no recovering from that.
Going for cover.
Quite like him. He's showing some major resiliency.
Gerald powers out at 2.5. I thought we may have another squash match, title match on our hands. But Gerald is going to power out, but Almas getting very early momentum. And already with a finisher in this match. Not a way you want to start a match for the challenger Gerald. There's a Russian leg sweep from Gerald. Gerald taking a bow. He needs the support of the WWE Universe to get back into this match.
Looks like he's awakened from
Gerald
his coma.
going for
Look out, he's not messing around.
His comeback sequence. This will score him a big boot if he's successful, and he is.
Doesn't show any signs
taking a bow once again, looking for support of the WWE Universe. There's a big boot from Gerald early on. Already we're seeing a big boot. Now we're seeing a spear.
Coming up huge on that one.
Got all of that one, that's for sure.
Looking for the
Are we about to see a new United States champion?
No, he kicks out
no, Almas powers out at 2, but what a swift start we're getting to this match. We're just about a minute or two into the match already. We've seen a finisher from Andrade C and Almas. We've seen a big boot and spear from Gerald.
Counters that one.
We're already seeing more action in 2 minutes of this match than sometimes we see in the 5-10 minute, first 5 or 10 minutes of a match.
This is what makes him so
Gerald
dangerous.
going in with the headlock.
The way I see it, this might be a good time for the finisher.
Almas with a series of elbows. Gerald with Irish whip into the corner. Catching Almas for a leg sweep. Almas using the ropes to help him get back to his feet as Gerald once again seeks the support of the WWE Universe. And Gerald's going to dump Almas in front of his manager, Zelina Vega, who helps him to his feet.
Oh man, what a hit.
Almas pulls Gerald down.
Not where he wants to be right now.
Yeah, you're not going to win many matches when you're down.
Oh, he turns it around.
Gerald fights it off.
What's he doing?
Now Zelina and Vega getting involved, trying to distract Gerald. Even trying to
and now he goes for it
seduce Gerald for a moment there.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Almas using that barricade as a weapon there. We're at a count of 6. If there's a count out in this matchup, Almas by default remains the United States champion.
There may be no stopping him.
There's another signature maneuver from Almas for a second time in this match. Now Almas to the apron, looking to take flight with a springboard maneuver. And overshoots Gerald. Both men are dazed right now. And we're seeing the shades of Money in the Bank once again. Gerald busted open. There's the finisher. And in very similar fashion to what he did at Money in the Bank, Almas remains United States champion, doing exactly what he did at Money in the Bank, busting Gerald open with his finishing maneuver, those double knees to the shoulders, and in a very similar fashion as how he did at Money in the Bank, Andrade C and Almas is going to remain United States champion. So unfortunately for Gerald, his struggles since losing the United States Championship at Money in the Bank are going to continue. Almas remains United States champion, and Gerald is going to drop down to a record of 4-9.
The superstar.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very big win here tonight.
Great effort from both these guys, Michael. I'm willing to bet this isn't the last time we see them square off.
And it's matches like this one that make SmackDown such a success.
All right, so Gerald at least putting up a good fight this time. What a fast start we had to the match with both men hitting their signatures and finishers within the first minute or two of the match. But unfortunately,
on to the next. A triple threat match is next.
For Gerald, it would be Almas taking advantage of that outside ring environment to rack up some quick damage on Gerald, then finishing him off in the ring with a signature and a finisher that once again busts Gerald open. And just in similar fashion as to how he did at Money in the Bank, Almas remains your United States champion. Alright, so SmackDown rolls on. Kofi Kingston defeats Samoa Joe in triple threat action. With no decision for Sin Cara. Shinsuke Nakamura with a victory over The Miz. And AJ Styles, the new WWE Champion. Of course, he's WWE Champion in real life as well. In his first matchup since becoming WWE Champion at Extreme Rules. And it will be a successful non-title match against the leader of Sanity, Eric Young. And how does that affect the rankings on SmackDown Live? Let's find out in just a moment. After this loading screen, of course. Also forgot to mention the matches that happened prior to Gerald's match. Team Hell No defeated the SmackDown Tag Team Champion Sandy. That is a non-title victory. An unlikely underdog, Ty Dillinger, winning the obligatory weekly Battle Royal. He defeated R-Truth, Rusev, Jeff Hardy, Luke Harper, the returning Randy Orton, Aiden English, and Primo Colon. And then the New Day, represented by Big E and Xavier Woods, defeated the Club, Gallows and Anderson. And how does that affect the rankings on SmackDown Live? Let's find out. We'll start off with the SmackDown women. There was no women, contrary to Monday Night Raw, which is 90% tag team matches and women's matches lately. There was no women's match on SmackDown Live, so their rankings will remain the same. The SmackDown Women's Champion, Peyton Royce. Number 1 contender, Mandy Rose. Number 2, Charlotte. Number 3, Sonya Deville. Number 4, Billie Kay. Number 5, Carmella. Number 6, Becky Lynch. Number 7, Asuka. Number 8, Naomi. And number 9, Lana. In the SmackDown Tag Team Division, Team Hell No picked up a non-title victory over Sanity. They move into the number 1 contendership. Sanity remains champions. New Day defeated the Club. They swap spots. New Day moving up to number 4. And then the Club falling to number 6. So your SmackDown Tag Team rankings, the champions are Sanity. Number 1 contenders, Team Hell No. Number 2, the Usos. Number 3, Bludgeon Brothers. Number 4, the New Day. Number 5, the Bar. And number 6, the Club. In the U.S. title rankings, Ty Dillinger defeated Luke Harper, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Rusev, Aiden English, R-Truth, and Primo. So Dillinger moves up to number 11. Harper is not in these rankings because he is mainly a tag team wrestler. So Sin Cara, who had a no decision in his match, moves up to number 7. Hardy falls to 8. Gerald falls to 9 because he also lost. Orton is not in these rankings. Rusev falls down to number 3, but Joe lost as well. And so did Miz. So Daniel Bryan gets 3 free spots. Aiden English and Primo remain at number 12 and 13. And I believe that's all the rankings affected by that match. Andrade Almas defeated Gerald. Almas remains champion, and we already moved Gerald down. Kofi Kingston defeats Samoa Joe with no decision for Sin Cara. Kingston is not in these rankings because he's mainly a tag team wrestler. Joe moves down to number 5. And Sin Cara remains at number 7 with a no decision. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated The Miz. Nakamura moves up to number 5. Miz moves down to number 5, so Nakamura gets another spot to number 4. And finally, AJ Styles defeated Eric Young. Styles is not in these rankings, and neither is Eric Young. So a huge shakeup in the U.S. title rankings. The champion is Andrade Cien Almas. Number 1 contender, Big E. Number 2, Daniel Bryan. Number 3, Rusev. Number 4, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 5, The Miz. Number 6, Samoa Joe. Number 7, Sin Cara. Number 8, Jeff Hardy. Number 9, Gerald. Number 10, R-Truth. Number 11, Ty Dillinger. Number 12, Aiden English. And number 13, Primo. I just want to check one thing real quick, because I'm wondering why is Boking has Big E in the singles rankings, but he's been doing tag team wrestling, and Kofi and the not in the singles rankings, but he's been singles wrestling. So let's add Kofi to the singles so the U.S. title rankings, and take Big E off this singles title rankings. There we go. So that will change the U.S. title rankings a little bit. I'll just read off the top 5 now. That makes Daniel Bryan number 1 contender, Rusev number 2, Kofi number 3, Shinsuke number 4, and Miz number 5 in the U.S. title rankings. In the WWE title rankings, Ty Dillinger defeated Luke Harper, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Rusev, Aiden English, R-Truth, and Primo. The people in that match affected by that is Rusev moving down to number 4. Orton also lost in that match, and so did Samoa Joe, and so did Gerald, so actually there's no change there, because everybody in the bottom 4 all lost. So, and then Shinsuke Nakamura defeated The Miz. That makes Nakamura the new number 1 contender to the WWE title. Miz is not in these rankings. AJ Styles defeated Eric Young in non-title action. Styles remains champion. Young is not in these rankings. So the WWE title rankings, the champion is AJ Styles. Number 1 contender, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 2, Daniel Bryan. Number 3, Rusev. Number 4, Randy Orton. Number 5, Samoa Joe. And number 6, Gerald. Now, finally, we can move on to 205 Live. We are not done yet tonight, folks, because we still have some Cruiserweight action for you tonight, if Andrew is booked. And indeed he is. It's going to be a triple threat hardcore match for Andrew. He's going to be taking on Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar. Let's go ahead and get the show started.
First match of the night. Here we go.
This has all the makings of a legendary night.
Alright, to kick things off, Lucha House Party, Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik defeated Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick in tag team action. Aria Daivari defeated TJP. Alright, and in our second episode 96 match tonight, we have Andrew in action. This is a huge matchup for Andrew, pretty much a must-win match because, or at the very least, he definitely cannot afford to take the decision in this match. If Andrew gets a no decision, he may be safe, but first let me explain. Tonight on the real-life version of 205 Live, the general manager, Drake Maverick, announced that next week on 205 Live, there's going to be a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender to the Cruiserweight Championship and the next person to get a title shot for the Cruiserweight Championship. Andrew currently sits at number 3 in the rankings, and the top 4, the Cruiserweights ranked top 4 in our WITM Cruiserweight rankings will be the 4 Cruiserweights competing in that number one contenders match next week. So in order for Andrew to be in that number one contenders match next week, he needs to remain in the top 4 of the Cruiserweight rankings. He currently sits at number 3 going into tonight's match. So, of course, if Andrew gets a win, he'll be a lock to be in that match next week for sure. If Andrew gets a no decision, he may still be at number 3 or number 4 and still be able to compete in that match. And if Andrew loses, well, then chances are he will not get to compete in that number one contenders match next week, and he'll most likely become eligible for a main event as well. So Andrew definitely could use a win tonight. A no decision may still be safe, and a loss will likely take Andrew out of that number one contenders match next week. Anyway, let's go ahead and load things up.
Be ready for anything. We have a triple up next.
This is going to be fun to watch.
Alright, so just like Corey who on Raw had to try to recover from his title match loss, and Gerald, who's been trying to recover for a month now from his title loss, Andrew too finds himself trying to recover from a devastating loss. Last week he had a great back and forth match with Lince Dorado, but unfortunately Dorado would once again get the best of him, and Dorado would defeat Andrew to become a 3-time WWE Cruiserweight Champion here in WITM. Now, of course, Andrew wants to bounce back tonight with a victory. That would make him one of the 4 men to compete in the number one contenders fatal 4-way next week. So it's going to be a difficult path to get back to it, to get another shot at Lince Dorado for Andrew. He needs to win a triple threat tonight, or at least get a no decision, and then win a fatal 4-way next week. But if there's anyone that can do it, it's Andrew. We're talking about the man who was number 16 in the rankings and moved all the way up to the number 1 spot in a month. So can Andrew keep himself eligible, or keep himself in the Cruiserweight title picture following tonight? Let's find out as he takes on Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar.
Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 168 pounds, Andrew.
Guys, this sold-out arena is buzzing right now in anticipation of this triple threat match.
Yeah, and I'm willing to bet the concession stands are on empty right now. Nobody wants to miss even a second of this match.
From where I sit, he certainly seems more focused than perhaps I've ever seen him.
He's got one tall task ahead of him here, that's for sure.
And his opponents, first, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Three big names set to do battle here tonight, guys, in this triple threat match.
You're right, Michael. It doesn't get much bigger than this. And judging from the crowd reaction, they completely agree with us.
And I'd also like to add that this match will go a long way in determining the pecking order here in WWE.
Yeah, and he's hoping his stock continues to rise. A loss here, though, would certainly crush those hopes.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 178 pounds, Noam Dar.
Noam Dar looking confident here tonight.
I'd call it arrogance, Michael. But, hey, that's just me.
Well, he definitely looks ready for what's ahead of him here tonight, that's for sure.
I'd agree with that, Michael. In fact, I don't remember the last time I saw him in better shape than he's in right now.
All right, here we go. The bell has sounded. This match is underway. Is Andrew going to be able to keep his hopes at a Cruiserweight title rematch alive and qualify for the #1 contenders match next week?
An amazing match.
As Dar tries to fire up the WWE Universe, Andrew
somehow find a way into this sold-out arena.
Taking flight there. Now, as Andrew bides his time, Dar going after Cedric Alexander. Andrew getting behind Dar and attacking the leg. Andrew again going after the leg of Dar, trying to neutralize some of that speed and agility of Noam Dar. Recently returning to the Cruiserweight division after a long-term injury. Andrew with a huge spine buster. Now Andrew turns his attention to Cedric Alexander. But Alexander evades, pretty much just ignores Andrew, tries to go after Dar, but Andrew comes back from behind with a huge two-handed bulldog. Andrew hitting a series of ground elbow strikes. Forces Alexander to his feet.
He's starting to feel it here.
And
he's going to have to cut off his
sends him outside. Now Andrew turns attention to Noam Dar.
While he hasn't absorbed too much punishment yet,
there's a punch by Andrew, now forcing Dar to his feet. There's a reversal by Dar.
If things don't change in a hurry, this has all the makings of a short evening for him.
Dar with a series of strikes. Now an Irish whip into the ropes.
There's a drop kick.
Drop
nice
kick
move
by Dar. Now he turns his attention to Cedric Alexander, who's made his way back into the ring. Was looking perhaps for a brain buster, but reversed by Cedric Alexander. Dar targeting the arm of Alexander. Andrew turning a suplex attempts into a cover.
Can he end it quickly?
Dar turning into a pin into his own. They're going back and forth. We haven't seen this much since the in years.
Guard there, I guess.
He is not going to go down without a fight, Michael.
But this match will continue. Andrew, Roy knee bar locked in center ring as Alexander chills in the corner. Finally, he notices what's going on and breaks up the submission.
I'm not so
Andrew
sure
with a huge DDT.
That type of
That's going to send Alexander to the outside. Perfect opportunity for Andrew because he's looking for the flatline center ring.
Looking for the win. With such authority.
Well, Alexander laid out outside, flatline center ring. But Dar is going to power out at 2. There's a kick to the back. Andrew heading to the apron. Could be looking for a springboard maneuver. Indeed, he is. He
do
got
this
a little
outside
bit
the ring.
of Dar,
And
but
there's
not
his
as much as he
speed
wanted
paying
to. Probably damaged himself just as much as Dar.
No, he reverses it.
Alexander with a roundhouse there. Now forces Andrew up. Suplex by Alexander. Both men laid out. Andrew's heading to the outside, and Alexander's looking for a springboard attack on Noam Dar. First, he wants Dar on his feet.
Back to haunt him, guys.
What phenomenal
There's a
agility.
forearm from Cedric Alexander. Alexander making a pose, trying to get the support of the WWE Universe. Alexander coming off the ropes with a lion salt.
In there.
Goes for cover, but Andrew's back into the ring and breaks up the cover. Alexander has Andrew in a fireman's carry position. There's a knee to the face of Andrew. Alexander again
He has him
to
right
the
where he
apron.
wants him.
Decides to go
He'd be
after
smart
Andrew
to stay
rather
put
than
there.
Noam Dar, who's been down for some
He's
time.
looking at it.
There's another forearm. Both men laid out. What's
here.
Alexander going to do here? He's going to go after Andrew, but Andrew's going to reverse with an uppercut.
Kicking right here.
Andrew with another rolling knee bar,
And the ropes break this one up.
but Alexander's going to catch a rope break. Andrew now with the drop kick to Dar. Both men are down. Dar's heading outside. Andrew once again taking advantage of an opportunity, looking for a flat
Heavy
line.
hits this one's over. Oh, man.
What a nasty STO.
Is Andrew moving on to the Fatal 4-Way #1 Contenders match next week? No, at least not yet. Alexander powers out at 2.5. Andrew with two great opportunities in a row to hit that flat line and end the match, but Alexander fighting on.
No, he kicks out
Andrew
at
goes for another
2.5.
cover before Dar gets back in the ring, and Alexander powers out at 2.
Nobody controls the pace of a match.
There's a reversal
Quite
by
like this
Cedric
guy.
Alexander.
A brutal bulldog
There's Noam
right
Dar
there.
with a two-handed bulldog that's going to send
He's simply
Andrew
reminding him that he's here.
into the corner, but not out of the ring.
He's fighting back here.
Andrew in the corner looking for the support of the WWE Universe.
He's resilient, but he may not be doing himself any long-term favors by staying. And
Dar goes for cover, broken up immediately by Andrew. Andrew goes for cover of his own, broke up immediately by Dar. Andrew goes after Noam Dar with a bulldog.
Oh, and he reverses it.
Dar with a reversal.
Not where
Now
he wants
getting
to be
fired
right
up
now.
with both men laid
You're
out.
not going to win many matches when you're down.
Dar forces Andrew up. Huge GDT by Dar. Dar biding his time as Alexander gets back to his feet, goes right after him, but it's going to be Alexander tossing him on the top turnbuckle. Now Alexander has both men laid out with Dar heading to the outside, and Alexander's getting fired up. Now he goes on the attack on Andrew. Looking for his comeback sequence now for a free signature maneuver.
That's just great execution. When this
And he is
guy's on,
successful.
Look out.
He looks to go for cover instead of going for the signature maneuver. Andrew powers out at 1. Alexander with a kick to the back. Noam Dar's back into the ring now as Alexander
He knows he's in trouble.
is looking for another forearm. That's going to be broken up by Noam Dar, who sends him crashing outside. Now Dar goes after Andrew with another huge DDT.
It's about as bad as it gets
Dar
for him.
forces Andrew center ring and goes for cover.
This could be it.
I don't know too many other guys that
Andrew
would have been able
powers
to
out
kick
at
out of
1.
that.
Wow, I thought for sure that was it.
He's still not moving, guys.
He might
Dar
be
in the
out,
corner, looking for the support of the WWE Universe. Now he goes for cover.
Dug down deep and gets
Andrew
the
powers out
shoulder
at 1.
Wow,
Cedric Alexander's
that's
back to the
pure
ring
power,
now.
guys.
He too will go for a cover, broken up right away by Noam Dar.
He may be in the best physical condition I've ever
Great
seen him
reversal
in.
by
He's able to
Dar.
reverse it.
Now targeting the arm of Cedric Alexander. Andrew looking for support of the WWE Universe. That's going to cost him and allow Noam Dar to hit a suplex. Andrew trying to recover on the outside before heading back to the ring. Looking to go on the attack, broken up by Dar.
Which is clearly easier
But
said
Andrew
than done.
reverses himself. Drags Dar closer to center ring and goes for a cover.
Can his opponent kick out? Only two.
Dar powers out at
May not
2.
be able to actually count to 3 tonight.
I can't believe what we're seeing here.
Alexander looking for support of the WWE Universe, and Andrew goes on the attack on Noam Dar, goes for another cover. Broken up right away by Cedric Alexander.
This could be it for him, guys.
Yeah,
Andrew with a series of strikes. Out trip into the corner. Andrew slowly making his way over to Alexander.
Reverses that one.
Reversed by Alexander.
And there's the neck breaker.
Swinging neck breaker by Cedric Alexander. Now goes for cover.
2. And he manages
And Andrew
to get
powers
the
out at
shoulder
2.
up.
This is amazing.
We're having
And he
quite
lands
a
nice counter.
cruiserweight battle here. Near fall after near fall.
Looking to cripple
Is
with
Andrew
that
going to be able
neck
to
breaker.
keep his hopes alive to stay in the hunt for the cruiserweight title? Andrew busts open Alexander with a face buster.
He doesn't appear to be in a hurry to get up here.
Misses
I
with
just
his
don't think he
grapple
has it
attempt
in
on
him
Dar.
anymore.
Now Dar
He's too quick for him there.
looks like he was trying to go for a crucifix powerbomb. That was broken up by Andrew.
Can he score the pin?
Dar with a drop kick straight into a cover.
Oh man, I thought he had him.
Very
Look at the
nearly
look
a
on his
decision in
opponent's face,
favor of
Cole.
Noam
He
Dar.
can't believe it.
He's sending a
But
message to
Andrew
the
powers out
entire
just in the nick of time.
WWE locker room
Alexander
here.
crawls over to
Somehow.
Right now, I just don't
Andrew
know
for the
what it's gonna
pin.
take.
Dar, not sure if that's what he meant to do, but he takes out the official. That's one way to stop a pin.
Oh, and it's a reversal.
Referee laid out.
Oh no, a counter.
Oh, yeah. here's
Dar is
Cedric
going to send
Alexander.
Andrew rolling
Oh, he
outside.
turns it around.
Now hits a clothesline on
Showing
Cedric
very few signs
Alexander.
of life here.
Yeah, there's no way he comes back from this. Might as well ring the bell
Dar
now.
in the corner getting fired up. Misses with the Enziguri. There's an out trip into the corner.
Oh no, we've got a problem here, guys.
It sure looks that way, Michael.
Dar forcing Alexander into the tree of woe position.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Reversal by Cedric Alexander. Alexander with a roundhouse
Just
kick,
making
and
his
Andrew
presence
adding onto
felt
it with a
there.
drop kick of his own. And breaking up the pin attempt by Cedric Alexander. Alexander outstrips Andrew into the corner. Reversal by
Momentum
Andrew.
clearly in his
Andrew with Dar still
Huge
laid
slam
out,
right there.
hits another
This
flat
one's
line.
over, guys.
Is this going to be enough for Andrew?
2.
Yes, it is. Andrew will stay in the top 4 of the Cruiserweight title rankings. He will compete in that Fatal 4-Way next week for the right to challenge Lince Dorado for the Cruiserweight title in the future. Andrew is going to improve his record to an impressive 11-5-2 in the 2018-2019 Universe year. That is by far the best of the WITM 4.
Andrew.
Now that's eking out a win.
Three competitors
great
walked in with legitimate
back and
chances of
forth,
winning,
near fall
but in
after
the
near
end,
fall
only one
cruiserweight
showed the
triple threat.
resolve and the willingness
But things
to
are only
do
going to get
anything
tougher from here on out
necessary
for
to
Andrew
pick
because
up
he
the
must
win.
pick up a victory
One last
next
thing about
week
this match real
in a
quick.
fatal
It's
4-way,
amazing
which is a
how fired up
25%
this
chance
St.
of
Louis
winning.
crowd was throughout
But to the
entire
winner
encounter.
will go a Cruiserweight title match against Lince Dorado.
The weary, on to the next. Singles action coming your way.
All right, so just allow me a moment to jot down that result real quick. Andrew defeated Cedric Alexander with no decision for Noam Dar. Moving on. Kalisto picked up a victory over Mark Andrews. And Mustafa Ali picked up a victory over Akira Tozawa. And after this loading screen, we'll find out how those results affect the rankings on 205 Live. Okay, Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik defeated Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. Lince Dorado remains Cruiserweight champion. Grand Metalik moves up to number 5, but Kalisto won as well. Kalisto moves up to number 4. Metalik moves up to number 5. Gallagher and Kendrick each fall down. Kendrick number 15, Gallagher to number 14. Then Ari Daivari defeated TJP. Daivari moves up to number 7. TJP moves down to number 10, but Tozawa lost as well. So Tozawa falls to number 11. TJP falls to number 10. Andrew defeated Cedric Alexander with no decision for Noam Dar. Andrew remains at number 2 because Mustafa Ali won as well. Cedric Alexander moves down to number 7. And Noam Dar remains at number 16 with a no decision. Kalisto defeated Mark Andrews. They swap spots. Kalisto to number 3. Then Andrews falls down to number 5. And finally, Mustafa Ali defeated Akira Tozawa. Mustafa Ali remains number 1 contender. Tozawa moves down to number 12. So your Cruiserweight title rankings. The champion is Lince Dorado. Number 1 contender, Mustafa Ali. Number 2, Andrew Spudstrong. Number 3, Kalisto. Number 4, Grand Metalik. Number 5, Mark Andrews. Number 6, Ari Daivari. Number 7, Cedric Alexander. Number 8, Buddy Murphy. Number 9, Drew Gulak. Number 10, TJP. Number 11, Hideo Itami. Number 12, Akira Tozawa. Number 13, Leo Rush. Number 14, Jack Gallagher. Number 15, Brian Kendrick. Number 16, Noam Dar. And number 17, Tony Nese. That means that next week on 205 Live, the Fatal 4-Way number 1 contenders match for the right to a future Cruiserweight Championship match against Lince Dorado will be between Mustafa Ali, Andrew Spudstrong, Kalisto, and Grand Metalik. The winner of that match will receive a future Cruiserweight Championship opportunity. Not sure when, whether that will be on 205 Live or at SummerSlam, but nonetheless, they will receive a future Cruiserweight Championship match against Lince Dorado. Now we move on to NXT. Will we see AIT Master in his second WITM matchup? And it looks like we will, where it's another 8-man battle royal. I'm not sure if that is going to remain an 8-man battle royal or not, because we have 8 NXT superstars still competing in the NXT Championship Tournament. After the stream ends off screen, I will set up those 8 matches. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a Battle Royal or not. But what we can confirm is that we will have a stream tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. It will be NXT, and AIT Master will be in action. That may be a triple threat, and that may be a Fatal 4-Way. That may be a 6-man match, it may be an 8-man match, but whatever the case, we will have AIT Master in action in his second WITM matchup. So that is going to do it for episode number 96 of WITM. If you would like to do as AIT Master recently did and become a WITM member yourself, check out the link in the description and head over to the WITM website. There you'll find an application form to become a WITM member. Have your own custom WITM character with a custom character, entrance, and promos, the works. And also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's episode. And hit the notification bell so you not miss a single WITM stream. And until episode number 97, AIT Master in action in his second ever WITM matchup. tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, Wednesday night. This is Corey with WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.